What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and welcome to the Baker Mayfield film breakdown, guys. I think he is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. That's just my biased opinion, and please leave in the comments below who you guys would like to see me break down next. So let's get started. So one of the things about Baker on this first play, this is a play from training camp. So he's coming out of this pocket. He's escaping this pocket fast. Now, as you can see, he gets out. He's not really worried about he's escaping the pocket, then what's the first thing that comes up? His eyes are the first thing that come up downfield because he's got to see the field. He's got to see where his receivers are at. A lot of you young quarterbacks will stay looking at this guy or worried about all the chaos inside the pocket. Baker's eyes get downfield right now. He's seeing the field as he works out of this pocket and escapes the pocket. Now, he's coming out of this pocket right here, belly button to the sideline. Now, what does that mean? That means it's an off-platform throw. He's got to escape. He's got to be coming out fast. So when he's escaping out fast here, the most important thing is being able to generate some force from his upper half and have his right leg anchored in the ground. So as you can see here, he's stepping at where the target is going to be, and now his upper half torque that he generated earlier in this throw is coming into play, and he could have a lot of external rotation from this back hip right here and from his core. But it's mainly because he's stepping at the target. He's swinging this left leg through, which gives it almost serves as like a 30-pound medicine ball, depending on how much the quarterback weighs. But that's how you're going to get power on this ball. The ball will get there if you get your shoulders torqued back like we see him do, shoulder torque, and you anchor that foot in the ground. Now, how do you be accurate on the run when it's off platform? You see how Baker, when he releases this thing, his follow-through is going right where he wants this thing to go. I call it throwing darts, guys. When you're on the run, you want to be throwing darts with your follow-through, like you're throwing at a dartboard. That's exactly what Baker does on this throw, and that's why he's able to throw this thing on an absolute dime to the corner of his end zone with his guy, and that is a catch right there. All right, next throw. So this is Baker, another one from training camp. Now, he's throwing a fade here, but he throws this thing on a one ball. So there's three kinds of balls. There's a one ball, two ball, and a three ball. A one ball is like you throw it on a line. Two ball is like you're dropping it in a trash can, and then a three ball is a go ball where you're letting this guy run it down. This is like a one ball here. Now, Baker's in this pocket. He takes his three-step drop. Now, I want you to notice his feet on the hitch. See, when he takes this hitch, it's a quick hitch. He doesn't generate a bunch of force by just he sits low in his base. He's hitching at the target. He's hitching this way rather than hitching up. We don't want him to hitch up because then he loses all the power that he has created from his base. He's hitching at the target. He has this ball in a nice, good carriage, nice, relaxed upper half, and he's ready to go. Now, he takes this quick hitch because speed will create power, and you guys have heard me say that before. Drop, quick hitch, and now as you can see, all of this force, look at his knee angle. His knee angle is coming inside. That means he's pushing off of this back leg right here, this inside arch like I've been telling you guys. And as you can see, watch what it does to his back hip. He's working his hand technique. He's getting this front foot down in the ground fast so his hip could come through fast. Now, see, Baker does a good job. I like Baker's back leg because it pivots, almost like he's hitting a baseball, like he's swinging a baseball bat, or like he's golfing, squishing the back buck, they call it. But what that does is creates a lot of external rotation from his hips. And as you can see here, his hips come through and his arm and his shoulders are chasing his hip. That's a great mechanical position that you want to be in. He loves to pivot off that back foot, as you're going to see later in this video, but this is a great job of him getting his hips through first, and he's able to throw this thing on a line, as you can see, and drop this thing right in the bucket. Because look, he's throwing this go, and I want you to look at his shoulders. His shoulders right now are completely level. He doesn't have this arch to his shoulders. Now, when you want to throw this thing with touch, like you're going to see in the next clip, you want to get your shoulders on this 45-degree angle here so you could throw this thing and rotate up over the top. But he wants to throw this thing on a one ball right now on a line, and he does a great job of that by keeping his shoulders level, creating a lot of external force from his hips here, and rotating all the way through the throw. I want you to look at his back shoulder right here. He's rotating completely on this throw. He doesn't stop and sell himself short with his number facing the receiver because that's how the ball will miss inside. He keeps his shoulder on that, rotates his back shoulder all the way through the target. He starts with the left on him, finishes with the right. And it's a good, really good throw. All right, so this throw, this is another one where I'm talking about the same kind of throw. He's throwing a fade, but he's going to take a little bit of two quick hitches in the pocket, but I want you to notice his base here. So he takes the 1-2, quick hitches in the pocket, 1-2. Now look at how far his feet are apart. When he takes this hitch, a lot of you guys bring this back leg and you bring it real close to your front leg. It's almost like you're clicking your heels. He stays nice and wide, and reason why is because look how fast he can get this left leg down. That left leg is coming through fast, and if this left leg stays going out this way, his hip takes longer to come through the throw, and then he has a longer release. A lot of you guys with this long release don't get your left foot in the ground fast enough to get that hip through. So he gets that left foot down. Now, why does this throw able to go so far? Slight bend in his knee. He doesn't lose any of the power that he generated from this back leg. He keeps a slight bend, which is able to keep his hip come through and have nice and powerful. But look what I was saying with his shoulders. Now his shoulders are on this 45-degree angle almost, and he rotates up through the throw. So when he rotates up through the throw, that's what's going to cause to give him touch. He still brings his hip through. His hip is still the first thing that comes through the throw. His shoulders and his arm is still chasing his hip, but he's rotating upwards on this 45-degree angle, starting from his shoulders, and as you can see what it does to the ball, and it just makes this ball have a lot of touch and drop it right in over the top, over the shoulder to his guy. But one of the main things, guys, when we're throwing with touch, we want to keep a nice wide base when we're working in this pocket. He has a feel for the pocket, shoulders on a 45, and rotate up through the throw. All right, so next clip. This is Baker from a preseason game this year. I want you to see how he works in this pocket here. This is the definition of playing in a phone booth. You want to play in this phone booth, keep a nice strong base. He's working in this pocket. All I want you to focus on right now is this guy's feet. I want you to focus on how he moves in this pocket. There is no kick step. There is no kick step. He's just working through this pocket with both feet at the same time, keeping his nice, good base the entire time. Right here, that is textbook pocket movement right here. This looks like Drew Brees, both feet at the same time, keeping this nice wide base every single time. That is awesome work by Baker Mayfield in this pocket. Now, he doesn't ever drop his eyes and is looking at this rush because there's a lot of chaos going on right now. He had to work a lot in this pocket, but what he does is he keeps his eyes downfield the entire time. Look at his eyes. He feels backside pressure. Both feet at the same time. Both feet at the same time. And then he's able to drive and get to this throw. Now, this is a great angle to look at his hips here. Look how much force is coming from this back hip strictly off of this pivot. This pivot is what makes Baker have such a strong arm. A lot of people don't think he has a strong arm, but he does because he has great hip drive from this pocket. And see how his hips are coming through and his arm is trailing. That's a great job of having some power on the pocket, keeping a strong base in the pocket, and then being able to deliver an accurate ball downfield. All right, so this is another off-platform throw by Baker, but just a little bit better of an angle. This is the exact same throw he almost threw in the corner of the end zone in the beginning of the throw, but this is a much better angle. See how he gives a little pump fake here, feels some pressure, but look at his eyes. His eyes are not downfield. He is not worried about these guys. He trusts his guys, but he knows because if he looks at them, he loses sight of everything downfield. He's got to keep his eyes downfield so he can find a man. Anytime a quarterback wants to extend a play, keeping your eyes downfield is the most important part. So as you can see here, this is one of those situations where you can't get squared up to the target. He's got to be attacking the sideline because he's got to get away from this guy right here. This is what your quarterback coach doesn't work on you with. He works you just roll out, sprint out, chop down, throw at the target. That's not realistic, guys. We want to work these situations because this is what's going to be thrown at us in the game. Baker's attacking that sideline, but how is he able to make such an accurate throw off platform? Again, look at the torque he's able to generate from his upper half. He gets his shoulders going back, and look what happens in the ground. Look what he steps within the ground. His right leg, and that's going right where he wants this ball to go. And now I want you to see his finish right at the target. That's a great job of throwing darts on the run, and look where this ball goes. It's an accurate ball with plenty behind it, right over this defender for the completion, move the sticks, gets downfield, shoulder torque, steps at the target, swings that left leg through. I can't forget about that. This serves as just like a club, like a 30-pound club, his back leg, to really make sure he finishes on the throw. And that's a really good throw to the sideline. All right, so this is probably one of Baker's best throws from last year, and I think he's going to make a lot more this year. As he's working in this pocket again, feels the pressure. He's got his feet active. You always want to have active feet in the pocket. I think when you're a smaller guy, when you're a taller guy like a Ben Roethlisberger, he even does, or Tom Brady, you could be a little bit more flat-footed and get away with it. But I think a shorter guy, a fiery guy like Baker, quick twitch, you got to have a lot of active feet in the pocket like Kyler Murray. Now, when he's working out, look at his head. Eyes are downfield the entire time. He's trying to find these receivers. He's scanning the field even though he knows he's got pressure. He's not worried about it. So when he flips to make this throw, he has a quick flip with his hips. And I want you to see this right leg. It's ready to go. He's ready to drive right now. But he pulls it back. but he's still able to just drive off of this throw. Now, as you can see, he is very off balance here. You see this shin angle, he's working completely forward, and this is where Baker's arm talent comes into play because he does not have his lower half on this throw. He's got a quick set with his feet, and he's got to push and generate as much force as he can. Now, I want you to see how much he's rotating here with his back leg. That's what brings his hip through, and that's why he's able to deliver this ball downfield 55-plus yards into this end zone because his hips coming through, his hips disassociated from his upper half, his shoulders are going back, and his hips coming through forward. Now he's able to just rotate through, fall out of that throw, and just deliver a dime into coverage. 55-plus yards downfield strictly from just pivoting off of this back leg, getting his shoulders back and his hips rotating through, creating a lot of external rotation, as you can see right here, and just dropping this in the bucket. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave in the comments who you guys would like to see me break down next. That would really mean a lot. And please subscribe to this channel also. That would also mean a lot to me. I'll see you guys next time.